it's Lyndon, Director of Studies of Salt Idiomes, and welcome back to our next episode of 5-minute tips to help pass the first. Okay? As you remember from our previous videos, we've done the use of English, parts 1, 2, 3 and 4, and we've looked at some of the reading sections. Okay, now we move on to this part of the reading section, which is part 6. Okay, now, in my opinion, this is the most difficult part of the complete exam. So, on the day, I would leave this one until last, okay? Although it's part 6, okay, leave it till the very end because it requires a lot of thought, it takes up time, and it's very difficult. Some of the other sections, because they're a lot easier, it's a lot easier to score points. So, I would recommend leaving this one till last. Some people like it, some people don't. Most people think it's very difficult. It's because if sometimes you think you have the correct answer, but when reading the rest of the text, it's possible that you change your mind. So, what you have to do, we have a complete text with sentences which have been removed. Okay, the idea is you read the text and put in the correct sentences in the correct places. Okay, now remember these questions are worth 2 points each. So what do you have? Now remember there's a sentence that you do not need, so there's one there to trick you. Now what I would recommend is to read the text. Here I would read it completely to get a very good idea of the text, exactly what they're trying to say, and you then have a very good idea of the type of information that they're looking for in these sentences. Okay, so read it completely. Now, it's extremely important, it's vital, it's imperative to read the sentences, the complete sentence, before and after the gap. Okay, this will give you the information you need to find the correct sentence. Now, in these sentences, what you have to identify are the key words. What do I mean by key words? Okay, keywords are connecting words, pronouns, okay? So let's take this sentence, for example, D. She had hoped to be able to find out more about those beforehand. So, what we have are keywords. First of all, we have she. So, when we're talking, we're looking for, obviously, a woman, okay? And those. So she had hoped to be able to find out more about those beforehand. Those. What are those? What we have to do is find something in the text that's plural. So we have to find who they're talking about, okay? And this will be mentioned. Those will be mentioned beforehand. So what we have to do is to find out exactly what those are. Now, what I would do when you're doing this section is underline the information that you are sure corresponds with these words. So it's plural, you have to be talking about something, find the information, underline it and correspond it. So again, let's take this one. This was to reflect the character in the movie and would be temporary, of course. This is the key word. This was to reflect the character. So we're looking for something specific that would reflect the character. So you have to find out what this is in the text. Now, why is this difficult? Is because sometimes you're convinced it will be C, and then you have to reread the sections and change your answer. This is why it takes a long time. This is why I think leave it till last, okay? So, read the text completely, but very, very important is the sentences before and the sentences after. Keywords. Analyze the keywords. Once you have all the sentences in, read the text again completely with the sentences that you have put in. Read it with the sentences. If it flows, if it sounds natural, if you're convinced that all of those are connected to the information, then probably you have it done correctly. But bear in mind you will need, let's say, 12, 30 minutes to spend on this one. Now remember, if you've left it till the last section, never leave a space, okay? Even if you're running out of time in the exam, it doesn't matter, just put in the letters, okay? It could be right, it might not be, but again, if it's empty, it's 0. You have a possibility if you guess, okay? Thanks very much. We will see you in the next section, okay?